Brianca Jay, and not only am I in a different environment, it's actually really late at night, and so things are a little bit different. But nevertheless, I want to welcome you to my channel. This is a book talk. I'm your host, Brianca Jay. We're talking everything lit. That means literary reviews, recommendations, analysis, and ever so often, I might even hit you with a story time. It's true, and I make a really good story time, so you don't want to miss that. Go ahead and subscribe right now and join the family. Kinda no, huh? Kinda not. Is that better? Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so I wanted to go back to Conjure Women 1. I am loving you guys' response to my Conjure Woman review. Thank you guys so much for watching. And because the book is awesome and so many people are talking about it, I thought I would come back and kind of rediscuss some things, but like with a bit of a twist. So because I got my copy from Barnes & Noble, they actually had some already kind of chosen book club questions. So we're gonna kind of play along with this discussion guide, and I'll be giving my particular opinion of some of the questions that they've chosen to ask, and then hopefully you guys can like bounce your ideas along with me in the comments. So let's just get started. Okay, so the first question. Oh, sorry. Before we start, this does contain spoilers. If you haven't read the book and you don't like spoilers, then unfortunately it's time to log off. If you have read the book or you don't mind a few spoilers or my missing earring, you can, let's get into this. Okay, so number one, it says, how would you characterize Rue's relationship with Varina? How does it evolve throughout the novel, and why do you think that Rue decides to hide Varina after the war? This is actually a good question. Okay, so I think, and I've read about this, you know, in a lot of different novels, but Varina is the white mistress, Rue is her little slave girl, and it goes from a relationship to a friendship to a relationship of property to a relationship of dependence, and it transitions a lot, and it's disturbing because one is slavery, right? Slavery is just a disturbing topic, but also I think the relationships between women, if you ever grew up with someone from girlhood to adolescence to adulthood, I think that your relationship will evolve similarly. Like there will be a relationship of equality and friendship, and then by adolescence, boys get involved, and then there's a competitive spirit that comes about, and then in adulthood, you know, we kind of grow apart and we have to find ways to make the friendship happen. So with that, like I'm saying, I just think that relationships have a tendency to evolve, and but I think that even still, growing up with someone from, you know, basically birth, and your identity is pretty much shaped by their identity. Like her identity was, my birthday is a few months after Varina's. Her mother made a doll where she connected the two as a topsy-turvy doll. So it says a lot. It says a lot about what their relationship was and what their closeness was like. And I think that had a lot to do with why she chose to hide her in the first place. To answer the question, I think she chose to hide her out of love and out of survival. Not only love for Varina, right, because she could have did whatever, but also love for her community, love for freedom. Yeah, I think that's why she chose to hide her. Okay, so 2, it says, what role do haints and herbal medicine play in the novel? How do they reflect deeper religious and cultural divides? So haints in the novel are pretty much a ghost. herbal medicine. Rue was kind of considered like a voodoo priestess. And then so it talks about how they reflect deeper religious and cultural divides. So as you read the book, you'll notice that during slave times, herbal medicine was revered. It was necessary. You got a problem, you go to the herbal lady. You got a problem, you go to Miss Rue. You got a problem, that's where you go. And then Christianity grew more popular, and people began to have new ideas, and so herbal medicine kind of got lost. And I don't think it was something that ever meant to compete with religion. And I think that's what we saw from Brother Abel and Rue's relationship, that these two things don't have to be in opposition, but can work complementary into meeting a goal. However, I think that it does show a level of fear that it becomes inherited through communities, and how groupthink works, and how irrationality works. Haints, for instance, how just the mind is more willing to accept the outrageous rather than to look at the truth. How people kind of wanted to believe in Miss Rue, and Miss Rue didn't really even know she was as powerful as she was, but their belief gave the power. Even with Brother Abel, their belief brought the power, and I think that was a really interesting idea. And it shows that cultural divides can happen even within one culture, and how, you know, just people's opinions shift. Herbal medicine was amazing, and then all of a sudden Christianity came, and then, you know, everything has its pros and cons though, and it all balances in some way. The third question, it says, imagine the novel were narrated from a different character's perspective. Which character would you pick, and how would the story change? Oh, I would pick, God damn it, what was Sarah's husband? The one who, oh my God. She liked him, Bean's daddy. Bean's daddy, Sarah's husband, Jonah. I would like to hear the story from Jonah's perspective. I picked Jonah because I feel like he would have a more unbiased retelling of what happened, and his compassion would shine through. And then I just want to know more about how he got fucking maimed, or how he ended up over there. And he was like an outsider always, so I think that outsider perspective can bring you a certain level of like, okay, you know, can show a little bit more of the just observing from that non-biased area gives you a better vantage point, in my opinion. So I would pick Jonah if I wanted to have the stories told in a different perspective. The fourth question, the deep and complicated bonds between mother and daughter are reflected in Miss May Belle and Rue's relationship. How do you think Rue perceives her mother and her role in the community as healer? How might this affect Rue's perception of her own role as healer later on? Okay, so Miss May Belle and Rue's relationship was interesting, but I think that the problem with their relationship is that Rue never allowed her mother to be human. She never let their mother take on human qualities, and I think that is the problem that we see in this work most. Just her unwillingness to like see her mother as human, but also see her magic as real. So it was a twofold there. She was just unwilling to see what was right in front of her eyes, and I think that happens with mothers and daughters though. But I think it had an effect on Rue's self-esteem, because she never thought she was as good a healer as her mother was. She continues to compare herself to her mother. She wanted to be as charismatic and as socially eased as her mother. And I think that when you start that comparison, you know, a thief of joy, as they say. So I think that's what made their relationship so complicated. Like, she felt a bit abandoned by her mother, and she didn't always understand the lessons. And then So I think it says a lot about Rue, and I think she felt this inherited pressure to be great. She felt this inherited pressure to take care of everyone, which is never anyone's job. I get so sick of black women being casted as the fucking caretakers of the world. Like, why? When do people take care of black women? But that's a different topic. Yeah, I think that her mother's deep willingness to help and love on everybody affects Rue, and she begins to want to do the same. And I think, to each his own, I guess. 5. Conjure Women is an exploration of power. In their pre-Civil War household, Varina has power over Rue and Miss May Belle as their master's daughter. But we also witness a vulnerable and powerless side to her on numerous occasions. Similarly, Rue's ability to conjure gives her special status in her community, but also sometimes leaves her powerless over what people think of her decisions. How does the author approach this dualism? I think Alakora does a great job with this, actually. So I want to just kind of break it down. So the power thing, the power struggle, the power dynamics are definitely there. And so she talks about how we witnessed a vulnerable and powerless Varina on a couple occasions. And it says, how do we approach that duality of it? I think that the times that Varina became powerless are the times that I was most able to empathize with her humanity. Like, she has some fucked up ways, and then she had some redeemable qualities, and then she had some things in nature going against her. Her own mother doesn't love her. She's not the cutest. She's wild. She's seen as trouble. And I think that those qualities of being a black sheep amongst high society allows me as a reader and Rue as a character to identify with her, because it's like, yeah, you're them, but not quite, right? And then for Rue, her conjuring, it left her isolated a lot of times, and people kind of chose and unchose her at the whim, and you saw the pain it felt to never have any real friends or no one to ever trust. And I think that duality that Alakora pushes throughout the work helps the characters to seem more realistic, because no one wants a flat character who's always evil. Like, oh, the slave master's daughter is always mean. Well, duh, that's really predictable and a boring story, and okay, I don't want to read this anymore. So giving her redeemable qualities allows her to be a more holistic person and something that allows you to read and enjoy. So I think it was a good call, and I think that she did a great job doing it. Well, I don't know why I got so mad right there, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm tripping, huh? The girl ain't doing it to you. It's late. Forgive me. That's probably why. Because it's super late. And who's even up this late other than me? Number 6. What does Bruh Abel represent in the story and the town? Bruh Abel represents... Ooh. Y'all ain't gonna like this. So Bruh Abel, he represents a lot. Not only is he like a symbol of the symbol of that new how religion can influence and have power and wield power over us, but also blind us to some of the things happening right under our nose. He represents that con artist mentality that we see and that we fear in certain communities, especially with these high talking prophets. You know, we tend to feel this paranoia and this disease around them. I think this is no different. He just makes us, he shows how he can just wind a few words together and turn an entire town on its head. And he shows how easy it is to worm your way in and influence the entire community, bringing nothing but freaking words with him, bringing nothing but words and dreams. I tell you. Okay, number the greater threat. In the physical world, the threat, of course, is losing the land and being arrested and being put back into sharecropping or slavery. That's the truest threat, or most physical threat. But when reading the work, the greater threat, the greater focus was in our spirituality and holding on to traditions and customs, even if it has to be a blend of the, Christianity, but it was a necessity to continue to have faith in the greater spirituality of our world and to continue to have faith in miracles. And so I think that their greater issue was their beliefs, because that held a problem over them. Number 8. I'm just gonna skip the last one because I'm tired. It says, a mama will suffer just about any heartbreak, Sarah has said, through sweat and sorrow, if it means her child is someplace safe. How is motherhood portrayed in Conjure Women? How do different characters approach motherhood differently? Okay, so in this book, I think motherhood is in such an incredible aspect, incredible thing, and it is so fluid that you don't have to be a mother to have truly birthed a person to enjoy motherhood, which is awesome. Thank you, Alakora. It's a beautiful message to leave anyone with, so I appreciate that. But it also talks about the complexity of motherhood. I believe there's just the complexity. How different do they approach motherhood in so many ways? But I think in each of these women, what we see is a desire to protect those we love. For instance, Miss May Belle acted like a mother to both Varina and Rue, but her love, the way she loved was different. She gave Varina the things she wanted to make her feel, the desire that is left open and raw because her father and her mother didn't give her attention. But with Rue, she focused on teaching her to conjure and to teach her to deal with Varina, and it was the love of, I gotta teach you a skill, baby. I gotta make sure you survive. And I think that's so beautiful and so rich, and I just thought it was so amazing seeing motherhood in that way. How Sarah's children becomes the children of, Varina. Like, I loved your child. I loved my nephew before I knew he was my nephew. Like, I think that is beautiful. And Sarah's ability to say, even if it means that I can't be with my baby, that's okay, because I love my baby enough that I want them to have the best. And so, I think that motherhood was one of the deepest themes in the work. That's all my answers, y'all. I hope that was entertaining, because that did get me thinking deep. Those are good questions. So thanks to Barnes & Noble for this. If you haven't read it, read it. Check it out. I'll just be honest. The first two sections are pretty slow, but it does pick up. It does get better. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Let me know your favorite part of the book. I will leave the questions in the comments. In the discussion box. So if you guys want to take this opportunity to do the BNN book discussion challenge with me, join and tag me and let me know. Love and light, guys. I will see y'all next time.